Well, the Republican Party signed its own death certificate on Thursday. The Republican Party, I call the Maga Party, was already in enough trouble trying to pass the abominable bill. And we had the 10 little bitches that gave us all hope because they had told us that they were adamantly opposed to the bill and were not going to sign on to it in its current state. And then the 10 little bitches went into the Oval Office, and Daddy Trump gave them signed memorabilia. And the 10 little bitches came out of the Oval Office all happy and giddy and smiling because Daddy Trump gave them a pat on the head and made them feel really good about signing the abominable bill. So they went back to Congress and they voted for the bill. So here we are. This marks the official end of the Republican Party as we know it today. It was already getting close to being eliminated before this bill passed, but there was still some glimmer of hope that somebody in that party would do the right thing. That never happened. So now we're just going to have to do what needs to be done in order to make sure that these congressional nut jobs never see a single or hear a single or feel a single moment of peace the rest of their congressional careers. We have to, in red states, hound these people at their offices. We have to chase after them. We have to attack them. We have to get in their faces. We have to tell them and remind them of what it is that they have done to the poor and the disabled in the United States of America. We have to sit there and jump all over them as soon as they get out of their congressional chaperoned limousines and tell them in no uncertain terms that what they have done is going to absolutely make them regret they ever came to Congress in the first place. It's sad and it's tragic that we have these people signing onto this bill. And Donald Trump up there now gloating and agitating and being the worst propagandist that he has ever been, gloating because he signed this bill in the ceremony on Friday. That we're now ushering in the destruction of health care for and SNAP benefits for millions of disabled and poor Americans. And these Congress people have to know and understand some of the suffering and the misery that they are going to inevitably visit upon many of these poor and disabled Americans. And we do that by letting them know that we will not stand for this, and then it's the end of their careers. It is amazing to me how these guys, how these people could be so afraid of Daddy Trump primarying them when they don't even realize or fear the obvious and now looming implications of them being kicked out on the streets by the people they betrayed. And when they'll be kicked out of the streets, they'll be facing the same pathetic jobless market that will be visited upon everybody else by the Trump regime and their economy tanking, because by that time the effects of the tariffs and other things that Trump has done will be visiting upon Wall Street even. And they'll be joining, those congressional people, they'll be joining, and probably some people in Wall Street will be joining the unfortunate and sad millions of poor folk out on the streets who will have been driven into bankruptcy by medical bills that they couldn't possibly pay for, food costs or the loss of SNAP benefits and other types of things that may have driven many of them already out of the ability to pay their mortgages or pay for their rents. So the midterms are coming, and this is where the Republicans have laid down the gauntlet for themselves. The end of this ridiculous cabal will be coming in 2026 midterm elections, the ones that the Republicans built on sand. It's time for us to walk in and take the hammer to it and destroy these people's stupid ascendancy to the congressional throne they didn't deserve in the first place. My name is Scott Schneider. I am fed up in Minnesota.